Melahel, a Shem angel associated with herbalism, medicine, healing plants, agriculture, and water, interestingly. Melahel. Melahel, Shem angel number 23. And I'm not perfect, I admit it. I'm a little late, about 3 days late. I'm sorry. Got a couple days left on this Shem angel. I'm cycling through all 72, going through the year. So I've been I've been obsessed with a different magic system that's unrelated, as most of you know. Okay, so it's that obsession with this other magic. I gotta gotta do my Shem angel. I gotta do this, so here I am. Melahel. Melahel is a Shem angel, like I said, associated with water and healing plants and medicinal plants, herbs, and anyways, I just wanted to say, look, I feel bad, about not doing this video yet. I did this anyways. Really, the thing is, I do apologize, but let me get to this, okay? We got to stick forward and move forward. And so Melahel, we got a couple days left. Melahel, the attribute, actually, let's go into this, okay? We like to go into these these texts here. Johann Reuchlin's De Arte Kabbalistica. All right? All right, so Melahel, which governs 20-25 degrees of Cancer. And hold on a second here. Let me pull this up. If you have this book, which I'm going to provide a link. If you have this book, you go to page 277. All right, always remember 277. You could check the Psalm verse according to Athanasius Kircher's, Johann Reuchlin's De Arte Kabbalistica. There is this excellent translation, which I highly recommend. Now, before y'all buy these, no one said anything, but me thinking about this, people need to really understand more what they're getting here. So this is basically like a dialogue type of thing, but it goes into different Kabbalistic concepts. Actually, that's a lot to get into, but actually page 277, but page 279, Melahel. So according to De Arte Kabbalistica on the Art of the Kabbalah by Johann Reuchlin, published in 1517. So we're going to the early 16th century. Melahel, the Psalm verse says, "The Lord will guard your going out and your coming in from now and forevermore." Okay? So that is here in De Arte Kabbalistica from 1517. That is the Psalm verse. And that matches Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus a century later and various other texts. So, very good to have here. This does not really talk much about each individual Shem angel, but it just shows the Psalm verse, and there's like, I don't know, 10 pages or whatever that go into the Shem angels, and it's important as a historical text, okay? It's important to have. And so, clearly the Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus, I'm sorry, I did it again. De Arte Kabbalistica by Johann Reuchlin. That's our early 16th century source. Okay. Now, we go to Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus in the year 1654. All right. So Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus adds a few things. We have a divine attribute, first of all. The divine attribute assigned to the Shem angel is the God, the averter of evil, or evil averting God, right? Averting evil is like getting rid of evil, or like, getting rid of curses, breaking curses, banishing off, casting off evil, or bad luck, or bad juju, or curse, that type of stuff, right? Evil averting God. which in Latin, Athanasius Kircher's Latin, Deus declinans malum. Okay, the evil averting God. The Psalm verse, and so the divine attribute expressed in the angel, evil averting God. And, of course, this is an angel associated with healing and herbs. And also the, dang it, what was I going to say? This angel is associated with the choir of thrones. I think it's the last of the thrones. And the thrones are one of the three highest ranks of angels, according to Pseudo-Dionysius the Areopagite. So you have seraphim, cherubim, and the thrones. The thrones are often equated to the Ophanim, which are the wheels within wheels. Not universally so, but many people consider them equivalent to Ophanim, the wheels within wheels. The Psalm verse, according to Athanasius Kircher, and the Divine Cabal. So all of these analyses, it all matches here. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. So that is the Psalm verse. In the Masoretic text, or the King James, or the Tanakh as well, the Masoretic text, that is Psalm verse, that is Psalm 121 verse 8. All right, the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. The Vulgate, the Latin Vulgate, the Vulgata. All right, so the Latin Vulgate 128, Dominus custodiat introitum tum et exitum tum ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum. So, the chanting of the Psalm verse in Latin, the creation of the magical pentacle. I've talked about how to create your own magical pentacle, which you could scry with the pentacle. Again, I'd like to encourage people to use different methods, all right? Try the astral projection out. Write it down. Did you do the astral projection? Excellent. Good. Go scry. Get a scrying stone, right? Get a pure scrying crystal like this. I recommend without spot or blemish. All right, pure, clear. Although I've used stones that were cloudy. Get a scrying stone, all right? Scrying mirror. Try different methods, all right? Try the dream method. The Divine Cabal, which was a grimoire from the 19th century, a late text. But the Divine Cabal dealt with dream magic and the Shem angels specifically. Put the sigil of the Shem angel under your pillow, go to sleep, try to have a dream. Now you need to remember your dreams before you try to use that method. But dream magic is associated with the Shem angels. I want you to try them all out. Try out every weapon on the wall, okay? Use every weapon that you can, all right? You want to use every method to try to get a communication, all right? And this doesn't just go to Shem angels. This could be with any kind of entities, whether you're working with the She or the Fae or whatever, okay, elementals, which that does appear in grimoire magic, by the way, or whether you're working with angels or whatever you're working with, okay? You got scrying, you got dream incubation or dream methods. You have the scrying with scrying mirrors, stones. You have astral projection techniques. Sigil scrying. I said in a video how to make the Shem Angel Pentacle and scry with it. So, never let yourself get used to one method, okay? It's like tripping your body in the gym. Your body's going to go in and expect a very specific routine, but you're going to mix it up a little bit, okay? Your muscles never get adjusted to what you're doing, but these are psychic muscles, okay? These are spiritual muscles, all right? You're trying these different methods out. You're developing yourself as a mage. You're trying this out. You're building to your arsenal. What if you don't have your scrying mirror? What if all you have is your own mind or soul or whatever, right? Astral projection, dream incubation. What if you're not good at that? Or haven't developed that, but you need something and quick, you might try the sigil scrying. So try each thing out. Going way off here. So, the Latin of the Psalm verse. Dominus custodiat introitum tum et exitum tum ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum. And then the Tanakh. I haven't read from a Siddur in so long. I could try it. Adonai Shemika. My Hebrew. Adonai Tzilka al Yad Iminika. That was awful. My God. Okay. Straight out of Cantor School, as you see, you know? Just a little davening for y'all. Nope, not at all. Horrible. All right. Melahel. Now, speaking of the Divine Cabal, let's go to this. The Divine Cabal, somewhere there's a Jewish guy in Israel that's like, oh my God, what did I just listen to, you know? You just listen to somebody that doesn't speak Hebrew try to read Hebrew. All right, so the Divine Cabal, what does it say about Melahel? It says, Melahel governs. Now, this is from Welcome Manuscript 3203. It's part of the Welcome Library. Anyways, that's a manuscript like catalog number, which is important for y'all to know, because surely y'all aren't just relying on Amazon, right? Y'all aren't just doing Amazon. I know y'all are going to the actual libraries and pulling up the digital like stuff that's not published, right? I know damn well y'all be pulling up these grimoires like y'all supposed to. But back to this. So the manuscript and catalog number. Y'all need to know how to look up grimoires, all right? Don't rely on authors. Don't rely on occult authors. Don't rely on Amazon. Know how to go to the source text that they're publishing. Know how to pull up the catalog number. Welcome, Wellcome, Welcome Manuscript 3203, the Divine Cabal. This says, Melahel governs from the 11th of July until the 15th inclusively. So as you see, the Divine Cabal is following the sun through the tropical zodiac, as I do in these videos. As I said before, 3 days late. We got 2 days left. Melahel governs from the 11th of July until the 15th inclusively. I think I've done pretty well, though. I've skipped none. I have skipped 0 since the beginning, right? Sometimes I'm, 2 or 3 days in before I do a video. But anyways, back to this. Melahel, this is from the Divine Cabal, Welcome Manuscript 3203. It says, Melahel governs from the 11th of July until the 15th inclusively. The verse from whence is derived his name is the 8th verse of the 120th Psalm. May the Lord watch over your going out and coming in, now and forevermore. All right, so now we get to Lazare Lenain's La Science Kabbalistique, which Pierce Vaughn has made an excellent English translation. Damn it, I don't have it with me. Anyways, I've got it here. It says, this genius rules over water. Now, this is this was published in 1823. All right? We've gone forward to the 19th century, 1823. Lazare Lenain about the Shem angels. He says, this, and by the way, this wasn't available in English, okay? This is part of like the French tradition of the Shem. It was just like French-speaking people that had a lot of this, right? But Pierce Vaughn recently published it in English. There's a huge Shem angel revival taking place. But anyways, back to this. This genius rules water, all Earth's productions, and especially plants which are necessary for curing illnesses. So like herbalism, plant medicine, growing of plants, all right, and water. The person born under this influence is naturally bold and capable of taking on the most perilous expeditions and will distinguish himself or herself in honorable deeds. So that is according to Lazare Lenain's La Science Kabbalistique, or the science of the Kabbalah. So, all in all, the Shem angel is associated with healing herbs. Let's say you have an interest in herbalism or herbalism. We don't pronounce the H, okay? I've had British people be like, it's herbs, sir. You know, well, we say herbs, and I know it rubs y'all the wrong way, okay? Whatever. Herbs, alright, I said it. Herbalism, herbal medicine. See? Doesn't sound right. Agriculture, and water and production. Maybe you get into gardening. Let's say you don't garden. What about herbalism? What about illness? Maybe you're not suffering from an illness. Is any of your family suffering? Anybody you know that you might want to help? Earth's productions, water. You just got to find something. Actually, in my opinion, just cycling through the Shem Angel and just thinking of what you want within each office really helps self-knowledge. Most people don't know what the hell they could want with water or plants, right? So you got to really think about your priorities. What do I want? What do I want that fits into this category? What do I want? But what's important? What's important to me? So over time, what happens is you go to the core of your being to see what you really want. What's important to me, right? And as you go deeper into yourself, all of the false things begin to slip away through the cracks. As you get closer to who we really are at our core, what we really want, our values, that aspect, right? At our core of our being, the more we draw within, the more the outer shell begins to crack and crumble and pass away. We're drawing into ourselves, moving away from the illusory to the real. At least in the sense where we understand ourselves. We understand our priorities. We know what we want out of life, okay? You need to know what you want out of life. Have a mission, okay? Anyways. All right, Taliesin, you're pontificating. I don't want to do that. All right. Melahel, so that's the Shem angel. Once again, it depends on what version of the Bible, so the Old Testament, so the Psalms have a slightly different numbering, depending on if your Bible is based on the Masoretic text or the Septuagint, okay? Most Protestant Bibles and the Jewish Tanakh, they use the Masoretic numbering of Psalms. And most Protestant, meaning non-Catholic and non-Orthodox, basically, like Protestant, it would be Psalm 121, verse 8. Okay, King James Version, Psalm 121, verse 8. The Lord shall preserve thy going. It's the Psalm verse that says, the Lord shall preserve thy coming out and thy going in from this time forth and forevermore. If you're using a text that's like a lot of Catholic Bibles, Orthodox, they're based on the Septuagint, it would be Psalm 120, verse 8. Okay, so there's one psalm difference. Why? Why does this happen? Because in the Septuagint version, it's all one psalm, which in the Masoretic version, one of those psalms, I forgot which one it is. It's Psalm 9, I forgot. One of the psalms is like split into two. I need to know that. But anyway, so that's it. Melahel. That's the psalm verse. Let me take a look here. I want to try to find the exact time. You got to be, let me see here. Because I want to tell my viewers, like, how much time. You need to have an astrological app. Okay, you need to have an astrological app. What app? Well, they're different ones. What's this one that I use? What is this? AstroCharts Pro. AstroCharts Pro. Or AstroCharts, I think they got a light version, whatever. Let me take a look here. So, it looks like up until, like, right now, it's like 1 a.m., okay? On Tuesday the 16th, 1 a.m., the Divine Kabbalah's wrong here. I'm looking right here. Right now, the sun is at 23 degrees, 58 minutes of Cancer. So we got at least 24 hours at least. Okay, but let me look at the exact time. You don't even have to follow the timing with the Shem angels. Let me see. However, yeah, I got too obsessed with my graveyard stuff and my other stuff. I gotta bring in the balance. You know where I'm going after this video, right? Y'all know where yeah, y'all know where I'm going. It's almost 1 a.m. Y'all know where I'm going. That's okay. I'm doing the Shem Angel video first. And then that's probably going to be on my Patreon only. Let me take a look. I'm looking here tomorrow because I'm trying to help y'all out with this. Okay. Come on. Come on now. All right. We're about there. So this would be too much, I think. Yeah, too much. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Hold up. Sorry it's taking me a minute. I'm looking here and almost done. I'm trying to find the exact moment. Now, I'm going off Central Time. So hold on. Almost there. All right, I got it. So using Central Time and following the sun through the tropical zodiac, the sun enters 25 degrees of Cancer. In Central Time, it'll be 2:50. Right now it's 1 a.m. Right now it's 1 a.m. on Tuesday, July 16th. In Central Time, we have until 3 a.m. or 2:58, 2 minutes from 3 a.m. Basically 3 a.m. of the 17th, Central Time. So if you're Eastern Time, for example, you'd add an hour. That'd be 4 a.m. So, anyways, I'm going to try to get these closer. I'm just so obsessed with this other thing. That's why I got to bring in balance. But speaking of which, the Shem Angels helped me to come into balance in a lot of ways, and I'm very grateful to them. I've seen the Shem Angels turn many people's lives around, and also myself. The Shem Angels keep me humble. The Shem Angels keep my heart light. The Shem Angels keep my head towards the heavens. And the Shem Angels, through them, I tend to try to bless others. Whenever I see someone that needs help or someone, I try to do my best to help others. And anyways, they that positive energy, I love having that, you know, because I do a lot of stuff. But the Shem Angels, you know, it always comes back to trying to increase the goodness and light and help the world. Okay, let me take a look here. I've got some comments, and I don't want to leave y'all hanging. So, that would be awful. Let me read here. Zach says, let me see here. Okay, Zach says, just hopped on, Taliesin. Just had a profound spiritual experience while praying the rose. Is it okay if I share this, Zach? Usually I don't ask because I just assume that if you put something, I can read it. Is it okay? I'm going to read it. Okay, Zach. Okay, Zach says, just hopped on, Taliesin. Just had a profound spiritual experience while praying the rosary and meditating on the mysteries. Excellent. I love your content. Thank you. Just recently listened to your older interviews with Jason Spada for Brother ADA. I will always have respect for Jason Spadifer. He is a Roman Catholic bishop, and I have a great deal of respect. My path has gone in a different direction. I don't consider myself, I don't consider myself a priest like that in that way. My priesthood lineage is different. Through the Free Church of Antioch, we don't see ourselves, and anyways, that's a whole other thing, all right? The Free Church of Antioch. My priesthood is through the Free Church of Antioch, and my bishop is Michelina Foster, who I have mad respect for. Michelina Foster. Anyways, I'm going off topic here. I have a lot of respect for Brother ADA, although our paths have gone in different ways. He is the Catholic, and I'm more whatever I am, but he's a great guy. Okay. Although I haven't talked to him in years, I should probably... Zach says, starting a new Shem working on Thursday. I'm pumped. Excellent. Glad to hear it. All right. You got your plan. You know what you're going to work on. I love it. Absolutely amazing. Alexander says, hi, Taliesin. Okay, Alexander says, how can you work with Shem angels if you don't work with Yahweh? Well, here's the thing. I don't think we should eschew any kind of question like this. However, I try to be careful what I put in here, because I want people, although I know that y'all are thinking for you, I know that y'all are thinking for yourself. Of course you are. However, I try to not loaded like heavy questions like that. That's a whole can of worms. That's going to get occultists fighting and all this stuff, right? Now, I have no problem giving my opinion. Now, at this point, what I've said up to this, everything I've said up to this point in the video, I will stand behind every word, okay, up until this point. I think is pretty objective, okay? So now, as long as we recognize that we're jumping into my pure opinion and speculation, okay, then we're good. I'll give you my opinion. Do not believe me. Do not agree with me. Take my opinions as like the opinions of anyone else, okay? Do not, anyways, I'm going off, okay. I do work with Yahweh, and I see the Shem angels as aspects of Yahweh. I believe that when I work with the Shem angels, I see it as God, capital G. Here's the thing. I compartmentalize. The moment I enter a Shem angel working, I approach it as a Jewish mystic, or I'm not Jewish. I am not Jewish. Okay. But I approach it like a pseudo-Jewish mystic or something, right? To me, I'm honoring God, and I worship God in that moment, right? That is my approach. I tend to take a very hard line, like that type of method. All I know is, you want to know how? I'll tell you very easily how. It works. The Shem angels have never turned from me, ever. The Shem angels have always helped me. How can I work with the Shem angels and not be a Yahwist, and not be a Abrahamist? Quite simply because the Shem angels are willing to be called by me and to help me. There's your answer. There's no answer more simple or straightforward than that. How can I work with the Shem angels and not work with Yahweh? Because it works. They work with me. They put up with me. I'm a little bit of a rascal, all right? I'm a little rascally. I'm a pretty good guy, you know? I got a little rascally side. They put up with me. So maybe that's a better question for them. Maybe instead of asking me how I can work with the Shem, maybe you ought to take it up with the Shem. Why don't you ask them why I believe that they've chosen me as their mouthpiece? Why don't you take it up with them? You know, take it up with God. Why don't you go ask God? Why don't you go ask the Shem angels? Why are you working with this strange, this madman? You know, on YouTube. What are you doing with this guy? Do you know what you're doing with this guy? Wouldn't you rather have a nice Christian boy from the local Presbyterian church, you know? You don't need this wild, vagabond of a man, you know? All right. Anyways, enough of this. I'm getting silly, and I don't want to do, out of respect, I have a silly kind of personality, and my personality comes through, but out of respect, I want to keep the reverence with the Shem Angel video. Now, I stepped out of what I normally do, my comfort zone, to give you my honest, personal, very personal views on these things, right? Now that I've done that, let's step back and try to be more objective, okay? So my personal views are not the truth, they're just my own opinions. Anyways, take it for what it is. All right, y'all. Y'all know where I'm about to head. It's that time of night. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. All right? But anyways, I don't want, people, my view of the world, that's a whole thing. For me, every stone is included in the building of the temple or the Great Pyramid. Every stone is included in the building of the temple or the pyramid. No stone is left aside. All is included. All is redeemed. So, all these different aspects, anyways, there's a whole other thing to go into. But there are two basic approaches to transcendence. One approach to transcendence, I do not want to bring this into a Shem Angel video. It's too loaded. We're going to have to do this in another time. But I don't want to go into that. There's different approaches, okay? We'll go further into this in other videos. It's just I don't want to open up a whole can of worms that doesn't really go with this particular angel. So it's out of respect for the angel. But anyways, Melahel, and y'all know where I'm about to go. And I hope everyone's doing all right. And I will see y'all in the next video. All right? All right, y'all. See y'all next time. And then Luna says, really enjoying your lives. Thank you so much. I really genuinely appreciate that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. All right. Blessings, y'all. Thank you so much.